Welcome back to the wonderful world of words. I am so incredibly thrilled you're joining me for this explainer today, because we are going to pry open the writer's toolbox and look at the secret tools they use to make stories literally jump right off the page. You know, communicating is just something we all do every single day, right? But there is a massive, and I mean massive difference between just passing along dry information and truly captivating an audience. Just think about it for a quick second. Why on earth would we just say, the sun is shining, when saying the sun is smiling down on us feels, well, so much warmer? It instantly changes how we feel. And that right there is the magic we're exploring today. Because anyone, whether you're writing a novel, drafting an essay, or just telling a crazy story to a friend, can instantly upgrade their everyday communication just by choosing the right literary tools. These tools, they're broadly known as figures of speech. Basically, these are creative little techniques that completely change the literal dictionary meaning of words so we can paint vivid, colorful pictures right in the reader's mind. They spark real emotions, they actually improve memory retention, and honestly, they just make listening and reading a whole lot more fun. So here is our agenda. Today, we're organizing our vocabulary toolbox into 4 easy-to-use compartments: similes, metaphors, personification, and alliteration. By the end of this explainer, you are going to have exactly 6 clear examples of each one. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, similes, using like or as. A simile is simply a figure of speech that compares 2 entirely different things using the very specific words like or as. This is such a great tool because it helps readers understand new or kind of abstract ideas clearly by instantly connecting them to familiar, everyday images. You can totally see the stark difference here. If I just say, literally, she swims well. Okay, you get the facts. Great. But if I use a figurative simile and say, she swims like a fish, you immediately see it. You picture the grace, the speed, the natural affinity for the water. It just adds immediate color to an otherwise plain sentence. So let's look at our first 3 examples of similes. Notice how beautifully these describe the whole concept of effortlessness. If a task is as simple as tying your shoes, we immediately know it's incredibly familiar. As smooth as butter gives us this awesome feeling of zero resistance. And if something is as light as a feather, you can almost physically feel the absolute lack of weight in your hands. Rounding out our 6 similes, we have 3 more that are just incredibly natural and relatable. As quick as a blink perfectly captures instant speed. As brave as a lion immediately conjures up this image of majestic courage. And sleep like a baby, using the word like this time, tells us exactly how soundly and peacefully someone is resting. Moving right along to section 2, metaphors, which are direct comparisons. If a simile is a gentle comparison, well, a metaphor is its much stronger, way more assertive sibling. A metaphor compares a shared trait between 2 unlike things, but it completely drops the words like or as. So instead of saying something is like something else, a metaphor boldly claims that one thing is another. It emphasizes the relationship in a really direct way. And this brilliantly illustrates the power of that shift. A simile says, Peter is as tall as a giant, which is fine, but the metaphor says Peter is a giant. Boom! By simply removing like or as, the imagery suddenly becomes significantly more powerful, direct, and unforgettable. Here are our first 3 metaphor examples. Try to visualize these strong emotional connections. Time is a thief perfectly captures how moments just seem to be stolen away from us, right? You are the light of my life obviously isn't literal, but it beautifully explains someone bringing joy and brightness to your world. And life is a roller coaster immediately, and I mean immediately, communicates a journey full of unpredictable highs and totally terrifying lows. To complete our set of 6 metaphors, just consider how these make totally abstract ideas feel entirely concrete. The classroom was a zoo, perfectly paints a picture of wild chaos. He is a walking dictionary, tells us exactly how smart this person is without ever actually using the word smart. And the stars are sparkling diamonds, gives the night sky a stunning physical richness. All right, section 3, personification, giving things life. I absolutely love this concept because personification is exactly what it sounds like, giving human traits, characteristics, or actions to animals, plants, objects, or even abstract ideas. Think about it. As humans, we do amazing things. We feel complex emotions, we dance, we cry. This tool lets inanimate objects borrow our unique human abilities to make a story really pop. Let's actually revisit our hook from the very beginning. Literally, the sun is shining in the sky. Figuratively, the sun is smiling down on us. That figurative sentence gives us a much warmer, happier, far more comforting feeling than simply stating the dry meteorological facts of the weather. Let's check out our first 3 examples of personification. Notice the sensory language here. The wind howled in the night gives the weather an angry, almost frightening voice. Lightning danced across the sky gives an electrical storm this amazing rhythm and grace. And my alarm clock yells at me. Well, that is something I think we can all relate to, right? It turns a piece of plastic into a totally annoying, demanding morning roommate. And here are our final 3 examples to complete our set of exactly 6. The stairs groaned as we walked gives the wood a real feeling of exhaustion and age. The camera loves her turns a literal machine into an admirer. And opportunity knocked at his door takes a completely abstract concept, like luck or chance, and literally turns it into a polite guest waiting right on your front porch. Now for section 4, alliteration, playing with sounds. Now, what's really interesting about this is we are actually shifting gears. We're moving away from purely visual meaning and diving headfirst into the realm of pure sound. Alliteration is defined as the repetition of the same first consonant sounds in a series of words close together. Think of it as acting like music within a sentence. It gives this special rhythmic, bouncy quality to the text that makes it incredibly memorable and just super fun to say out loud. Listen to this comparison. Literally, we heard the snake move. Now listen to the alliteration. We heard the sound of the snakes slithering by. Can you literally hear that repeating S sound? It perfectly mimics the actual hiss and movement of the animal, helping us truly experience that moment. For our first of 6 alliteration examples, we absolutely have to look at the most famous tongue twister of them all. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. I mean, it is an absolute workout for your mouth. The intense popping rhythm of that P sound is impossible to ignore, and it just adds so much lively energy. Here are our remaining 5 examples to hit our 6 total. The beautiful bouquet blossomed. A paper plane passed. Now pay really close attention to this next one. Aaron cooked cupcakes in the kitchen. This is vital. Actually, scratch that. It's the whole secret. Alliteration is about the sound of the words, not necessarily the exact letters. The C in cooked and cupcakes makes the exact same sound as the K in kitchen. The exact same rule goes for the G and J in the gentle giant jumped, and the R and W in red roses were wrapped in ribbons. It is all about the music of the sounds. So the crucial point to take away from this entire explainer is this. Your words have serious power, and now you have a fully stocked toolbox. We've explored the gentle comparisons of similes, the bold claims of metaphors, the vibrant life of personification, and the musical rhythm of alliteration. So the only real question left for you is, which of these tools will you reach for first to bring your very next story to life? Keep writing, keep exploring, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.